Here at the University of Toronto, we pride ourselves with having the best technologies to work with in the robotics lab. But before we head into the lab, it is important that we know how to operate the robots so we don't harm ourselves or harm the robot itself. There are a total of 6 colors that the robot can produce in order to tell us what mode it is on right now. And depending on the color, we can tell that these modes can be very serious, as you can see with the blinking red color. When you first turn on the power to the robot, a blinking yellow light will go on, which indicates that the robot is powering on and initializing all the motors for the joints. Once the blinking stops, that means that the robot is ready and is on standby. A white LED indicates that it is safe to interact with the robot. The red LED indicates that there is a serious error and you should stop what you're doing immediately. The blue LED indicates that the robot is ready to take command and it cannot be manipulated by the user anymore. The purple LED indicates that there is an interference between the input modes, and green means that there is an execution that is happening right now. When the robot is executing an automated task, please make sure you're holding onto the emergency stop in case you need to stop the robot for any given reason. Now let's look at a practical example where a student here is trying to operate the robot. And we can see that he's doing a bunch of stuff wrong. Let's fix him in order to minimize risks for him and the robot. Let's begin by pointing the obvious. The robot's task space here has his belongings and unnecessary items, and they should be cleared out in order to operate the robot safely. Then after that, he stands very close to the robot while it is moving, which can lead to him getting injured by the robot itself. The recommended practice is that no one is allowed to stand within 1 meter of the robot to avoid hitting people unnecessarily. Finally, the student is not holding any of the emergency stop button or handle, which means he cannot stop the robot if it goes unpredictably outside the task space. Here we see that the student is following the standard recommendations for safety when dealing with robots. First, he cleared out the task space so the robot cannot hit anything unexpectedly. Secondly, he's standing further away from the robot so it cannot hit him even if it goes haywire. And lastly, he is holding on to the emergency handle to stop the robot in cases of emergency. Keep those recommendations in mind when dealing with the robots next time, and hope to see you soon.